What's up, beautiful Nigerians? You're specially welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time coming across this channel, I say you all are specially welcome. I remain your humble sister from another mother. My name is still Her Excellency of the Federal Republic of my Kingdom, Tehillah the Great. For in this channel, we talk about political news, celebrating personalities that has made us proud, exclusive interview, healthy lifestyle, comedy, inspirational talk, and lots more. And today is our Bonge political news. One profession that is very difficult to venture into in Nigeria is politicking for women. When you see a woman politician anywhere in Nigeria that she succeeded, probably contest for election or vie for election and win an election, almost cut cap for that woman. Because it has never been easy for women in politics in Nigeria, especially this our own area. So, over the years, we've had most of the governments who are coming into power that, when it is time for campaign, they'll say, don't worry, the women support us, we'll give 40%, 30% women inclusive in government. But when that time comes, barely did we even see even 10%. It has always been 90% for men and maybe 5% for women. And that has made the women representation very, very poor. So when you see a woman politician in Nigeria that has won an election, especially those who are winning House of Assembly, winning House of Representatives, winning Senate, almost cut cap for them because it has never been easy. Highest you can see is maybe a woman is given appointment. It's only in the southeast I know that, yes, they understand politics to the extent of giving their women a chance to win senatorial seats most times, to win House of Assembly. You see a lot of them in that axis, and then even Senator, House of Representatives, and House of Assembly. That's where we saw Stella Odua, we saw Mefele, we saw Obi Kweselese. We saw their women excelling when it comes to politics and other things. The Southeast, I respect them. Now, when it comes to the North Central, when it comes to the Northern region, yes, I know that in some the Northeast, Northwest, some of them do encourage their women. That's where we saw Senator Binani. That's when we saw their Adamu Chiroma back then. That's when we now saw Nanadi Usman. Yes, that's the former Minister of Finance. Yes, those are the few ones we saw. Then when it comes to the Southwest, we saw Olujimi. We saw the we saw Bola Tinubu wife, which is what's that name again? We saw Olujimi from the Southwest. We saw Oluremi, that's the president, that's Senator Oluremi, yes, and so many others from the Southwest. This is just to mention just but a few women representation from those regions, not all of them. There are so many of them. I'm just giving you a few of them. But one of the worst regions that don't give women support is the North Central. Yes, the North Central is one of the worst regions that they don't even like seeing their women excelling in politics. Yes, I can tell you for free because I have seen the way our women have suffered. E.g., Honorable Natasha. This is a woman that has sacrificed so much for her people. She has given her best to her people, but yet the men keep frustrating them. So when you see women coming out to agitate for representing their people this time around, we need to come out to really support them. Recently, the Honorable Taiwo Olukemi of the Ninth Assembly Women Parliament held a conference in Abuja while thanking other women who won their election successfully and congratulating them. She's equally calling the President-elect Ahmed Bola Tinubu to please use this opportunity as his first test to include women in his incoming administration. Ahmed Bola Tinubu, who is the President-elect of the just concluded Nigerian election for February 25th, will be sworn in successfully on May 29th. all things being equal, if there's no court alteration, because the issue is still in court. If there's no court alteration, it's going to be sworn in. So right now, there are a lot of people have been, as in laying their, a lot of people have been coming to lay, a lot of people have been laying their requests one after the other. And Honorable Taiwo Olu, okay, and then Honorable Taiwo Oluga of the 9th Assembly Women Parliament is calling on the President-elect Ahmed Bola Tinubu that he's an experienced politician. He's once an activist, he's once a senator, and then he ruled successfully as the governor of Lagos State. So he's an experienced man. So he should use his good office that is about to start to inculcate women in his incoming administration. And I join force, irrespective of political party, women supporting women. And this kind, I want to see women in authority. I want to see women in power. But meanwhile, our women, when I go there, when I don't go to spoil things like waiting this woman do before. Waiting that her name. That former speaker. How did I have to forget though? That former speaker. How will remind me? Okay, when I remind next time. Like the former speaker, yes, that she's from that former speaker. Okay, guys, that's just by the way. So when you're given opportunity to rule as a woman, make sure. Hey, Tagiwa. Okay, not to Tagiwa. No, not to Tagiwa. No, not to Tagiwa. Tagiwa did well during that time. There's this other woman, House of Assembly. There. Okay, that's by the way. Yes, it's not by the way. I don't remember. Patricia Etan, the first female speaker during 2007 during Obasanjo. So women, when you are given opportunity to rule, to represent us, don't go there and misbehave. Don't go there and give women a bad name. Because one thing I've discovered about women in Nigeria is that we are the first person to pull ourselves down. We are the first person to disappoint ourselves when opportunity of ruling or vying for leadership is being given to your fellow woman. So women supporting women. So that's why I'm joining Honorable Taiwo Oluga to beg Mr. President, the incoming President Ahmed Bola Tinubu, to consider women 60%. Yes, at least the men have been having 100% or 90%. Let women have 60% at least this time around. So we'll think about it next time. That will be our next topic. So meanwhile, as we are agitating for women, joining force with the press statement being held by Honorable Taiwo of the Women Parliament, Honorable Taiwo Oluga of being Parliament, calling on President Tinubu, President Ahmed Tinubu, to include women in his incoming administration, is women supporting women. So this is the opportunity wherever you are coming from, irrespective of political party, I don't care. Let there be women inclusive. Yes, let there be women inclusive. And you know, anyway, we woman know the no woman, no nation. So I'm going to allow you listen to the press statement from the beginning to the end. She actually said a lot in that press statement. Do not forget. Do not forget, if you are coming across my face for the first time, support this channel by giving me a like, a comment, and share. Those are the 3 things I require from you. Like the video, comment on the video from the YouTube channel, and share. So that's the only way I feel you can really support my channel. Or if you want to support me with Malaka, you are welcome. So guys, let me allow you watch her press statement from the beginning to the end. Do not forget to tell a friend, to tell a friend, to tell a friend to subscribe to this channel. I remain your humble sister from another mother. My name is still Her Excellency of the Federal Republic of my Kingdom, Tehillah the Great. Say, this time around, Tinubu, consider women, include them for your government. Once again, keep watching, keep liking, keep sharing. I will be right back. Don't touch the dial.
Let go and to appreciate all of us. Thank you very much. Then, gentlemen of the press, this is a press statement by myself, humble self, Honorable Taiwo Oluga, the Chairman, House Committee Women in Parliament for 9th National Assembly, on the need of the incoming administration of President Bola Ahmed, President-elect Bola Ahmed Tinubu, to adhere to the rule of law and the mainstream women in appointive offices as prescribed in the National Gender Policy and other international instruments. As we move closer to the transition to a new administration and commencement of the 10th National Assembly, Nigeria and indeed the world is expectant of the positive impact the administration of President-elect Bola Ahmed Tinubu will bring to Nigeria. Recall that the President-elect was a senator in the Third Republic and a civil society and a pro-democracy advocate in the days of military tyrant and a charismatic governor of Lagos State between the year 1999 and 2007, and the major pillar of opposition before forming the alliance that birthed the ruling party in Nigeria since 2015. Nigerians are expecting the deepening of democratic ideas and the rule of law and equality of all persons before the law. More than ever before, the women fold is expecting a deliberate display of executive will of the administration in mainstreaming women in public governance, as Senator Bola Ahmed Tinubu, whose wife has been a senator of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, takes the mantle of leadership. Rule of law entails equality before the law and the supremacy of the Constitution, that is, equality of all persons, regardless of gender, and the supremacy of the laws of the land. The National Gender Policy 2006, the Nigerian Constitution, Section 42, 147, 14, subsection 3, the Convention on Elimination of All Forms of Discrimination Against Women, CEDAW, and the Beijing Platform for Action prohibits all obstacles of women active participation in all spheres of public and private life and target full equal share in economic, social, cultural, and political decision making. This implies equality between women and men. As a matter of human right and a condition for social justice, it's also necessary and fundamental prerequisite for equality, development, and peace. However, the avalanche of legal and policy instruments on women increased participation in public governance. Nigeria continues to score low in the number of women percentage in governance. The national average of women participation in politics has never exceeded 6.7% of both elective and appointive positions in the country. This is far below the global average of 22.3%, the West African regional average of 15%, and the Africa regional average of 23.4% in the past 20 years of uninterrupted democratic rule in Nigeria. Despite the fact that women account for 51% of Nigerians' voting population, inclusion of women in politics has never exceeded 7%, and it is currently 6.7%. In the 10th National Assembly, based on current election results, men will occupy 96.5%, while women will occupy only 3.4% of the seats. In the current federal executive, we have only 7 female ministers out of the 44 ministers appointed by President Muhammadu Buhari. The number of women participation in governance in Nigeria is still extremely low, despite the avalanche of policy and legislative instruments executed by government. This has led the Incorporated Trustee of Women Empowerment and Legal Aid Initiative and 8 other women bodies to drag the President of the Federal Republic and the Attorney General of the Federation to the Federal High Court suit FHC ABJCS 2020, where the Federal High Court on the 6th of April, year 2022, to compel the federal government of Nigeria to live up to its responsibility on women participation in politics and governance. The suit was successful, and it was held that the issue of 35% women participation in appointments in the federal government offices has become a responsibility of the federal government backed by law and policy, and that the president and the federal government is bound to adhere to the 35% affirmative action. Consequently, the women vote globally, and indeed the international community is observing with keen interest whether the administration of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu will pass its first litmus test of adherence and observance of the rule of law in its appointment of cabinet members, whether it will obey the judgment of the Federal High Court on women participation in governance by ensuring increased 35% appointments are given to women. I take that again while I drop the microphone. The last paragraph, please. Consequently, the women vote globally. Indeed, the international community is observing with keen interest whether the administration of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu will pass its first litmus test of adherence and observance of the rule of law in its appointments of cabinet members, whether it will obey the judgment of the Federal High Court on women participation in governance by ensuring increased 35% minimum. I'm adding that minimum 35% appointments are given to women at board level. We have several board level, we have the ministers, and so on and so forth. I thank you all for listening. God bless the women vote. God bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria.